What's up guys, Viper here and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today I have for you my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow custom tactics. I really didn't get up on this formation at the start of the game. The way I played last year was I actually kind of known and kind of got a reputation for playing the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, playing really aggressive FIFA. And before I really got this game down, it was very hard to play that formation. You had to risk quite a lot in FIFA 21 to play it, but this year you risk an awful lot more just because of how easy it is to just do a driven pass and a through ball. So take this formation with caution. My fullbacks are not ideal for playing this formation. What you need, Cancelo and players like that. You need serious ball players who are good going forward, have good finishing and all that kind of jazz, just so you're aware. But yeah, we are going to get into the custom tactics now. So we play 4-1-2-1-2, obviously. Press after possession loss, 50 width, 60 depth, fast build up, direct passing, 20 width, 6 players in the box, and 2 on corners and free kicks. So starting off with the defensive style, press after possession loss was my favourite last year. My favourite just generally. I use it on every formation almost. Does still work this year. Obviously you risk a bit more. Playing like this, especially with the press after possession loss, your players do get fatigued a bit quicker on this game. So take that to consideration. You're going to need players with very high stamina to afford to play like this for 90 minutes. But yeah, the press after possession loss is very good. It makes players hurry their passes, and with how hard it is to just do a normal X pass on this game, you'll find that you do get a lot of success with this. Just because the passing is really difficult on this game, you're better off doing a driven pass 2 yards than a X pass 2 yards. So take that into consideration as well. Width, again, we want this 50 so we can deal with both the finesse shots and the byline passes. So yeah, that's why we've got it on 50. Just the best of both worlds really. And the way we're playing this formation, we've gone for 60 depth as well. We're already pressing really hard, so having high depth. This is more of a formation when you're a goal down that you switch into to try and get one back. But it does have its pros to start off with. If you know you're better than the player you're playing against, you can really get at them and scare them. And that's why I like this formation quite a lot. As I said, it took me a while to get used to this. Took a bit of rethinking with this game. But yeah, the 60 depth is just high, just because we're already playing quite high and aggressive anyway. So we might as well keep that intact with the higher depth. Fast build up, also something I loved last year. Was very important to this formation. Your players just bomb forward, your fullbacks go, players wingers. So they're your width in this formation. No matter if you have them on stay back or balanced. There's a bloody fly in my way, by the way. If I ever move like quickly, that's why. But yeah, so your fullbacks will go, your midfielders will go. The only person that's going to stay back is one certain player in this team. Obviously the defence, the 2 centre halves will stay back by default. But yeah, so the fast build up is just to almost for counter attacks or just to throw people off. They're having to mark so many things at once, they're going to get scared, and that's why we like that. Direct passing is quite an interesting one. I didn't think I was going to like this, but it turns out it's actually really good. What it does is it just provides you with longer driven passes available. This is not a bad chance creation tactic to use on every formation actually. Yeah, it's just really good if you're very good with the driven passes. So take that into consideration as well. You need to be good at driven passes to get direct passing to work well. But if you do get that down, this will be really good for you. Moving on to the width. Now this is something I actually played on one like width last year. So I'd have this down here last year. But this year, I just wanted it up a little bit. You know, it's still very narrow. But yeah, 20 width is just a bit of an increase from what we had it on last year. You're already narrow anyway, so you might as well just get more narrow on the attack. That's my personal opinion anyway. Your fullbacks will still go wide, and what they'll end up doing is they'll end up being a bit more inverted with the width down here. So they kind of play as like extra midfielders when you're in the attacking third, which I quite like. And as I said, you've got to make sure your fullbacks are very good passing wise, good shooters, good dribblers. First example of that would be Cancelo, and then somebody like Robertson who's really good at crossing as well. So yeah, that's what you need to have with this width. That's why we've got it so low as well. Players in the box is on 6. Once again, it's a lot more aggressive, this formation. So we like to have the players in the box a bit higher. just so we can get the passes into the box and the crosses, which are actually quite effective in this formation specifically. Don't know why. They just work a lot better in this formation. Probably because your fullbacks are so high. But yeah, a few extra players in the box just for the crosses and the driven passes into the box. Corners, free kicks, just don't have this on 4 and you'll be fine. I play on all of my corners short anyway this year. Never whip them into the box, and you guys should follow that advice as well. You get counter attacked so much when you have them on 3 or 4, so just have this below 4 and you'll be okay, but just make sure you're always passing it short. Moving on to the instructions now. So for the 2 strikers, we have stay forward on one of them, the slower of the 2, and then on the other one we'll have stay forward and get in behind. So in this instance we've got Pedro and Rashford is the one we want to get in behind here because he's quicker. Moving on to the cam is just on stay forward. If you don't have the cam on stay forward in this formation, what will end up happening is they'll drop into like CDM and stuff. Most players like a secondary CDM. It's very, very weird. So make sure you have them on stay forward. It's the most crucial part of the instructions on this formation. If not, as I said, they'll be playing, you know, back in the defensive areas. Very, very silly. A bug that's been in the game for years and is very frustrating. Now, our left centre mid, we've got on balanced everything. That's because we want him to still be able to attack, but you know, be able to defend as well. This is how I set this up last year, and it was always the left centre mid was on balanced, and then whoever your right centre mid is, have them on get forward. Now, in this scenario here, we have Martial. Not ideal, but yeah, Martial is here to go forward and create opportunities as well. Kind of creates a 4 in attack, which we kind of like. But for example, somebody better here, I would say, would be De Bruyne. Just trying to think of players that have okay defensive stats, but not the best, but can still go forward and defend. Somebody like Dybala is another great option for this kind of spot. But you know, you can work with anybody here. Anybody that's good at passing. Obviously, Martial isn't, but Bruno, Pogba can play here as well. De Bruyne, the list goes on. But just make sure they're very good at passing and they can go forward. Obviously, Martial wasn't the best example here, but I'm a bit strict for coins right now, so Martial has to play here. Then our CDM, the second most important position in the team. We've got him on stay back and cover centre. The cover centre here is really important. Your 2 centre mids are going to cover the wide areas as well as your fullbacks. So he just needs to be protecting the back line, basically. You could even try drop between defenders for this. But I still want Berea to be able to ping passes in the middle of the park. So that's why we've got him on just stay back. Moving on to the fullbacks. These are both on balanced and overlap. Sorry, I think the fly just got in the front of the cam there. Bloody thing, honestly. So yeah, they're on balanced, overlap, and step up. Now, the reason for step up is because we're already playing aggressive, as I've already stated. So you might as well have them push up and step up and kind of create an offside trap opportunity. If you're not good at offside traps, make sure you go watch a video on that. Offside traps are quite important to this formation as well. But yeah, step up, overlap, and balanced for both of the fullbacks. And on the 2 centre backs, I'm surprised I'm having to do instructions for the centre backs now. But on the centre backs in this formation, we are also using step up. So they'll step up as a unit together, create offside traps. And what will end up happening quite a lot is because the fullbacks are so far forward, they're stepping up higher up the pitch. They're almost like a right mid and left mid, leaving you with a 3 at the back. And whilst it's very, very risky to do this, if you can perform this well, it is the best formation on the game, probably. But yeah, it only really works for a certain style of FIFA. So make sure if you are going to play this, you do fit this kind of meta. But yeah, with that being said, lads, let's go get in some gameplay and see how we get on with the team. Alright, boys, into the game we go. Let's see who we're facing. Young boy Nevs, I know this guy. He's a very, very good player. Let's get into the game and see how we get on. Pogba! 1-0, boys. There we go. Straight away. 1-0 from Pogba. Didn't take long that. Let's go, boys. Rashford's in down there. Benz is in as well, though. Look at Benz. Benzema! Oh, it's got to be 2. Oh, Pedro. Pedro! Oh, it's got to be 2 as well. Just getting through ball, boys. Just getting through ball. Fair play to him. Good goal, man. Good goal. Oh, man. Fair enough. 2-1 to him. Nice. Pedro. Oh, Pedro, that's brilliant. Pedro! 2-2. Let's go, boys. It's a foul, ref. Wow. 2-2 at the break, boys. 2-2 at the break. Neves is a brilliant player, man. A lot of respect for him in the way he tries to play FIFA. So, yeah, 2-2. We're playing quite well. Yeah, we just need to get the winner, really. Very similar XG. Me and him play quite a similar style of play. Quite skillful. Likes to do a lot of skills. Through balls. Yeah, see, like, he's in the 4-1-2-1-2 as well. He's always played that. So we match each other up quite nicely. So yeah, let's get in the second half. Oh, what's Martial doing there? Pen! Let's go, boys. We got a pen there. Wow. I was not expecting that to be given, to be honest. Let's go. 3-3. What a game of FIFA this has been. Hey, Variola. Oh, it's actually a bit of a break, this, isn't it? Can Tony find that? No. Pogba. Pogba! Oh, it's in! It's in! Paul Abel Pogba. Wow, man. What a cheesy goal, but we are winning the game now, boys. Just got to hold on now. No. Oh, he's choked. Oh, my God. Wow, Nevs. GG, bro. That was an insane game of FIFA, man. That's how I like to play FIFA. I scored a few cheesy goals. I scored a few finesse shots, right? Nevs is a brilliant, brilliant FIFA player, though. As I said, he plays a very similar style to me. Close game as well, man. Close game. He had a sick team as well, man. So, happy to get the dub there. He would have had a good skill rating, and he did, yeah. So, yeah, it's a good win to pick up. For 1-2-1-2 narrow, it is really good. It's just quite risky, right? If you're capable to deal with the kind of problems with it, which are you are going to get a hit on the break and you're going to concede a lot of through balls, this formation will be really good for you. But with that being said, lads, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. But for now, lads, I'm out, so take care.